All right, Grizz Nation, we are back. We are the Fight on Montana podcast coming to you. This is game week. We're super excited. Can't wait for it, man.
It's about time.
Luke, how are you doing, dude?
I'm doing well. I watched a lot of football over the weekend. I think everybody did. And last week we obviously had a lot of viewers and people that listen to our pod. I think a lot of Grizz fans are out there going, I need some kind of Grizz fix because we all had to wait one more week. And, I watched the presser with Bobby today, and he said something interesting because we have a late game. He said there's some teams out there that will have played 3 games by the time we play our first game. And I was like, oh, my God, I didn't even think about that.
Portland State is one of those.
Yeah. Yep. It's wild that we're having to wait so long. And I thought I'd heard this too. Like, it's interesting. We didn't get any extra practice time, really, because the NCAA didn't see it as true bye week. It was like, no, here's your start of the seasons this time, so you don't get that extra time.
See, and that doesn't and we saw that on the presser today.
Yeah.
Which there's got to be some good things with that and some bad things with that, right? So
I know we started camp later than everybody else too.
We did.
Yeah. So it was because of that.
Because you're not getting more practices, but you're getting more. You're not getting a quantity more than everybody else, but you're still practicing while other people are playing. So you are gelling with your guys. But
and they get one more week of summer workouts, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. It's definitely a weird start to the season.
It is.
Week 1 by week. So, and
hopefully everybody is healthy right now because we are in for 12 weeks. So,
yep. We are in for the long haul here.
Exactly. Well, guys, we are going to preview on this episode. We're going to preview Central Washington, the Wildcats. They are crimson and black, if you want to know their colors. So we are going to preview that. But first, let's get into some Grizz sports that happened around the weekend. Soccer had a busy weekend. They played the likes of Boise State. They lost in a nail-biter to Boise State 2-1 in Boise. And then they came back in Sunday, played Nevada, and beat Nevada 2-1 in the last 2 minutes of that game. So
nice.
Very cool. Their next games are going to be next Sunday. So if you're in Missoula for the game and you're staying Sunday, go check them out at 1 p.m. at the South Campus Stadium in Missoula. They're going to play MSU Billings.
Oh, nice.
The Yellow Jackets, my alma mater. So, and then they'll have another week off and play on that next Sunday in UC Davis.
That's good.
So, volleyball had their annual tournament in Orem, Utah, the Wolverine Invitational. So right off the bat, they played Friday and they lost to the Wolverines 3-2 sets. They played Boise State that Friday as well and lost 3-0, and then played Navy on Saturday and lost 3-1 set. So they're 0-3. They are coming home. They'll be playing the Eliason Invitational. They'll play the likes of on Friday, Oakland at noon. So go watch that if you're in town. And then early Saturday, before the football game, guys, we've got some volleyball against North Dakota State in Missoula at 9 a.m. And then they'll play at 12 against Oakland. So you're going to be getting some games on there in Saturday before the football game. So definitely get out there and support it.
Parlor and have some breakfast. Go down and watch them beat, hopefully North Dakota State. Then go get you a personal pan pizza. Watch them play Oakland. Then head to the tailgates, and then just start, getting ready for the game that night. So
getting shape up. Yep.
Have an all-day Grizz experience.
That'd be awesome. I got to do that. I did that a while back, probably 2021. And there was a football game, and then we stayed for the basketball games.
Oh, nice.
And so very cool. So
my daughter and I did it where There was a football game, and then it was volleyball that night against the Cats, and we beat them for that.
That's awesome.
And that was awesome. So
that's awesome. Well, here we are, week 1, actually week 3, but it's our week 1. Central Washington.
Yeah.
Guys, I believe they're Division 2.
They are D2.
So if you don't know, they're Central Washington. They are the Wildcats. They're crimson and black. They have made the playoffs the last 2 years. They are predicted to be second in their conference, just second to Angelo State. And so let's get into this because the coaching staff didn't have film, but we had film.
Yeah. I happen to have Flow Sports because of hockey. And apparently I didn't know this, but Flow Sports covers like all D2. Like there's so many D2 games on there. I was like, holy cow, look at all these D2 games. So yeah, this morning I watched film on them. So
imagine that.
Before that, though, it's like head coach Chris Fisk. He's also their tight ends coach. But then tell us about the wide receiver coach.
Mike Ferreter, former Griz. So he's their OC.
And Idaho State OC. Yeah.
Yep. So definitely some Griz ties there. So that's going to be cool.
So this was interesting. Like this was just funny. So I was watching the film. It's the TV broadcast, right? And so they have their kicker. His name is David Weber. He's number 49. And he's from Switzerland. And so he's newer to their team. And so the color commentary guy just on the fly came up with a nickname for him. They're going to call him the Swiss Missile this season. And I thought that was hilarious. I was like,
that's awesome.
Swiss Missile is their kicker.
Does he fly down? Does he fly down the field or?
No, he just picked that up. He goes, yeah. I like it. Let's call them that. So they're like, because it's D2, so they're just like joking around. It was actually very entertaining to listen to these two guys just kind of joke with each other and stuff. And yeah, it was like, yeah, let's just call him the Swiss Missile. I like that. So
that's awesome
because he's not like a missile.
No,
like I mean, I remember we called Dave DeCoit the missile because that guy could hit like a freaking missile coming from a F-14 Tomcat. But yeah, no. I just thought that was hilarious. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, guys, so yeah, they played their first game against, it wasn't like Colorado Mesa or something like
Colorado
that.
Mesa. Yep.
And so they beat them 41-14. Don't get scared by that number because that number is really deceiving. Before halftime, it was like 7-0.
7-0 after the first half. I mean, it was.
In the third quarter, they scored 20 points, and I think one was an interception, ran back. So,
I mean, it felt like watching good high school teams.
Yeah.
Felt like I was watching it first. So,
yeah. So let's kind of start in the offensive side. Their quarterback, the main quarterback that you're going to see is called Kennedy or McGill. Is it McGill Kennedy or Kennedy McGill?
Kennedy McGill, number 17.
Okay.
Yep.
17. He passed 8 for 13 with 1 interception and 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. The one thing that you guys need to know about him is he's dual threat.
Yep.
And they like to run him. He had 13 attempts for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. So we're going to have to make sure that we keep him contained. And so that was like their offense, it seemed like.
Yeah.
A couple long passes and then him running.
He does. So they really love the option game, RPOs, a lot of play action. But if he doesn't see it, he loves to tuck it and run. Yeah. One of the cool formations that they ran is actually he'll be in the shotgun and he'll have their 2 running backs. Their main running back is this Justin Taylor, number 5, and then number 2 is Bo Phillips, number 14. But they'll split them on each side of him and snap the ball, and those 2 go out in the flats and get people. And it's really what they try to do is they're trying to get the whole center of the field brought out, and the receivers too. Everybody's running flats and then running go routes, and the line is going up, and it's just a QB draw play. But they were very successful with it against Colorado Mesa. He got some real big chunk plays out of that, and the kid he can move. But again, it's just staying home. And then where they beat them in these long passes is because they're constantly running the ball or running the option.
Yeah.
Then they will run that play action and get everybody to commit, and then there's their guy up over the top. And now, again, they're playing Colorado Mesa. The guys were just totally faked out. The corners, I mean, the guys are wide open, and it wasn't like he's hitting him in stride. He chucks it up. The guy turns around and catches it like he's catching, a punt, and then runs it in. It's mainly because, Colorado Mesa just lost contain and committed to the run when they shouldn't have. And so if you're disciplined at all, like, it would make it much more difficult on them. But this was wide open passes. But that's how they used to with them chunk plays is they get you committing to the run so hard that all of a sudden then they play action and chuck it up. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And I think that we look out, if we've got one guy that we need to look out for, it's definitely the quarterback. And then I don't think they're going to be able to get a lot of points off of us just because of our defense and the way that we run to the ball. They're going to be really, really blown by how fast we get to the ball.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be hurting for that. But you went into their rushing people as well.
Yeah.
What did you see there? Because I know that they have Ryder Bumgarner. He had 5 attempts for 52. You said Bo Phillips 14. It says 14 on here, but you said
number 14.
Yeah. He had 7 carries for 45. And then
he seemed to be their number 2 guy. Yeah, okay. Taylor's their number 1 running back that at least they were hyping him up big time. And
okay,
he's definitely the guy that they felt like they watching the game. I didn't look at the stats, but they were feeding him the ball most often in the first half. So
he's 6'1", 195 from Lakewood, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So
they love running the option, and 17 prefers to keep it himself.
Yes,
like, even when he shouldn't, he likes to keep it himself. Like that's he feels like he is the man. He's their offense, and so that even there was times when you're like I'm going pitch it to him, and he, nope, I'm going to keep it myself and just take it out of the field. So
yeah, when he was the starter last year too, guys. So he's not a new guy in the system.
No.
So receiving, their leading receiver from their last game is Mason Juergens. He had 2 receptions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. They had Jalen Grable, 1 reception for 51 yards and a touchdown. And then Samajai Featherstone, or Featherstone 1 for 34, and then some smaller ones as well. So
like he throws a good ball. Like I'll give it to him. Like when it was time to pass, like he got it where it needed to be, and it was just the one that I think that they kind of played. He chucked it up, and the guy caught it like a punt. There was the other one deep ball he hit the guy right in stride. So
okay,
like he does throw a good deep ball, but again, there was such separation.
Yeah,
with
they probably weren't getting any contact or any pressure on them as well.
Yeah, well, not very much.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the other thing. If we're in the backfield and causing havoc and stuff like that, and I mean the things we're hearing about Loud and how well he's going to do. I mean, it's just you can tell it's a different level. Like, and that's the thing. So again, that score, because I had a few people text me the score like after Thursday. Oh, what do you think? I'm like, I'm not worried. I'm going to watch the film. Now that I've watched the film, I'm really not worried.
Yeah. Well, and you might get some points off of the fact that maybe we're playing our second and third string guys, because I feel like it's going to be a blowout and we're going to be playing some guys.
You're absolutely right. That's the only thing I'm worried about where they can get points is in the third or fourth.
Yeah.
Off of something because we're trying to get guys playing time. And these are good games to do that for your team.
Exactly.
See what guys can do, get them playing time, rotate different groups through to see how they're reacting and stuff. So yeah.
Well, and especially with the following game that we have the next week with UND guys, with how they played against Kansas State. So
earlier this year, you're like, oh, I'm not too worried about UND. I was like, man, that's one team I'm kind of worried about. Like it's.
Did I say that?
Yes. And the
really, like, I thought I was the worried one and you were not.
No, I was like UND's one that I'm like, I don't know. And you kind of jumped past them. You're like, I'm worried about Idaho. I was like, okay. Well,
I don't remember that.
Speaking of that, after watching the games now, I say UND, Idaho, and the Cats are still the three that I would be worried about.
See, and I'm not worried about. So, I guess I'm worried more about Idaho because I think Idaho is our first. It's not. That's a home game, isn't it?
Home game too. Yeah, we get 8 home.
And then
games.
Idaho State. So
they're all home games.
They're all home games. Yeah.
Idaho State. I'm not worried about that.
No, and I think they don't have a defense either. So, I'm not too worried about that.
And Sac State. Yeah. Well,
Sac State.
I watched them against South Dakota State. Like, there's a lot of individuals on that team.
Oh man.
You know, they got a long way to go to come together, and two, like the quarterback was giving up on plays, and you're like, ooh, that don't look good. Did
you see? Sorry, I'm not to make this about Sac State, but he threw a ball. Literally, a guy was wide open, and it was 2 yards in front of the guy and in the ground.
Yeah,
I was like, how do you do that?
Well, anybody can have a bad game. Old Arch Manning was having a rough day out there too, throwing balls in the wrong.
Oh man,
he's supposed to be the best, but yeah, I'm not. A lot of people are, again. We said after you see Sac State play the Jacks, we'll know a lot more about them, and I don't.
We'll know a little bit more about the neighbors too, because they will play the Jacks.
There's some people too that are out there saying, "Oh my God, the neighbors are bad." You can't judge them at all against number 7 Oregon. We're going to know this weekend because they're playing the Jackrabbits. They're going to Bozeman. We'll know who, the Cats are after that game.
Yep. So let's go back into the defense now, since we kind of went into their offense. Chase Colson and King Williams were their leading tacklers. Chase Colson had 10 tackles and 2 pass breakups.
Yep.
And then King Williams had 9 tackles, a half for a loss.
He's a corner for them too.
Yeah, he is a corner. Yeah.
Both guys are DBs. 13 is King Williams and 44 is Chase Colson.
And then their Brett McCullough is a linebacker, and he had a interception their last game. 6'3", 215. So,
another kid that jumped out to me watching him was Tyler King, number 48 defensive end. He's got a really good motor.
6'5", 250.
Yeah, he's a good player. Like that, like out of all the D linemen, he's the only one I saw that I was like, oh, you have to watch him on passing downs. Yeah. He's got a good pass rush and stuff. On the run blocking side, like we should be able to do well. Like Mesa was getting a push on them in the first half, especially. They were blowing up holes and stuff, and they were getting yards before they'd stop and do something stupid or turn the ball over. But we definitely, let's see here, one of the notes.
We had Mikaio Edward was the one that got a 1.5 sacks as well.
Gotcha.
He's 6'1", 280.
And they play a 4-3 front is what they play, a traditional 4-3.
Okay.
But one of the notes I said we shouldn't have any issues opening holes for our running backs.
Oh man.
They do twists from time to time and do some stunts. But the only time I saw them doing well was when it was like 3rd and long. Like with any team, they pin their ears back and go, and that's when they were getting good pressure in the backfield. Otherwise, the other downs, they're getting pushed around, they're standing up. At one point, there was one guy in this weird 4-point stance where he was sitting back like a high schooler. I was like, oh boy, he's gonna get blown up. He did. Blown right off the ball. I was like, oh, he's gonna get blown up. Sure enough, blown right off the ball. So the other thing I did notice though, they will blitz. Like on 3rd down, they brought the house a couple times. Like they brought everybody, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're bringing the house." So they will do that from time to time. But yeah, I had the same 3 guys. I had the Kings, if you will, Tyler King, King Williams, and then just Chase Colson. The other thing I noticed, so Colorado Mesa, the receivers were getting massive separation on the CW secondary. The problem was the quarterback couldn't get the ball. With the speed we have out there, I mean, I was like watching them get separation. I'm like, and I can tell they're not as fast as some of the guys we have. So that made me I was very interested in that. I'm like, you get, Bridges and Davis out there that are super fast, run and go routes. Holy cow.
Yep.
Like, that's their side. Like, so for us too, I think they're going to be loading the box thinking, oh God, Eli Gilman and Finoti. As soon as we want to play action, our boys on the outside are going to be wide ass open.
Yeah,
so we can see
Bridges.
Some score fest here. And that was one interesting thing that Houck said today in his presser about how they want to I think they want to speed up the game or something like that. This game was fast. It was like 2.5 hours. Like they use the full play clock. It reminds me of Idaho a few years ago.
Oh yeah, when they just drain the clock.
They just drain the clock. They like to do that to speed the game up, if you will. And so one thing that could happen at the end of this game when we play them, they might have a better time of possession than we do because we may be scoring fast. That sometimes you get games like this where you're scoring so fast, and the losing team actually has a higher time of possession because you're scoring faster than they am. And
the only thing with that though is if you're like Sac State and you're not getting first downs, and you're just go, and you're it could work in your favor, but if you don't do it right and you're not getting first downs, it's going to backfire on you as well.
No, I'm saying us. I'm saying our time of possession may be lower just because we're scoring. I could see with the holes and stuff. Think about those runs we've seen Gilman do in the past, where all of a sudden he's running 45 yards for a touchdown because he busted through. There's nobody left.
Yeah,
and the way that we get our tight ends and our receivers blocking down the field. Like these guys are going to be, they're not seeing the type of discipline, at least in that first game. Colorado Mesa wasn't showing that I know the Grizz are used to showing. So, yeah. So I mean, either way, it's still an opponent, and we have to watch out for them because we know what Ferris State did. But this is not like Ferris State film. Yeah. They looked like a college football team.
They look like they could beat some of the big skies. Yes. Like and they had the talent too. So
I absolutely agree. Where this film didn't look it. I mean, it's the first game of the season, but it looked like I said, a couple really good high school teams.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, and some of those teams in high school football are probably comparable to those, especially in Texas. Yeah. So if you could look into their special teams, they have Wyatt Redding. He punted 3 times, 38-yard average. He had 1 inside the 20.
He's a decent punter.
Decent punter. He also does the kickoffs as well.
Yep.
So they had 5 touchbacks.
He's kicking it through the end zone. Like when they say touchbacks, like he was kicking it through the back of the end zone. So,
well, we might need a kicker next year. So, Never know. So, but yeah, that's kind of it. I know it's kind of short, guys, with the preview, but it's just.
Well, I mean, heck, Bobby said they didn't have any film. We at least got film.
We at least got film and tried. So
so we watched them. I mean, I watched the whole game. It's again one of my favorite parts was just listening to the 2 commentator guys. Those guys are great. Like they were funny as heck. Hat was off to those guys and stuff. And
that's awesome.
And they love their team, which is great and stuff. And like they get super excited. It's just like us listening to Riley and Sunberg on there. For D2, I was pretty impressed. But again, the stadium even looks like high school because it's just, it's small college football. But, yeah. They still ended up beating the pants off of Colorado Mesa, and I'm sure Central Washington is going to have a good season. But yeah.
See, but I was looking at their conference. They play a lot of Texas schools.
That's so weird.
And which doesn't with me, I'm like, okay, so Texas has a lot of football players. I'm kind of like, okay, that doesn't make any sense because you would think that Texas, the Division II Texas schools would kind of get the leftover of the crop of Texas.
I think the FCS gets the leftover because there are a lot of FBS Texas schools, and then there's a lot of FCS Texas schools because people forget about like Incarnate Word, that's Texas. Abilene Christian, that's Texas.
Tarleton State,
who they look good.
That's
the team I'm worried about. Like
I told somebody on was it on our YouTube that they commented? I said, "Well, watch out for Tarleton State," and sure enough, they beat Army in double overtime.
Yeah, Tarleton was one that everybody should have their eyeballs on this year. They're making some noise, I think.
And did you see the new rankings?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So we went up 1. Tarleton State, I believe, is 5. So you've got NDSU, you've got SDSU, the Cats.
Yeah, the Cats went down a ranking. We went up.
Yep.
Davis stayed the same.
South Dakota's 4, Tarleton State's 5. We're 6.
Yep.
Yeah, Illinois State, UC Davis, who, oh my gosh, they barely beat Southern Utah, or no, it was Utah Tech, wasn't it? Yeah, they came back and beat them by a touchdown.
Oh, okay. Because I thought they did, because I just looked at CBS Sports. CBS Sports showed them losing, and I was like,
"Oh no, they won."
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
but yeah, they were messing around, trying to lose that game.
Yep. So then you've got Rhode Island at 9, Idaho at 10.
So they moved up 2 spots. Idaho did.
Yep. They went up from 12 to 10.
12 to 10. Yep.
Incarnate Word went from 5 to 12.
Yeah.
Villanova. So I don't think we already said this on the previous pod, but Montana and Villanova, I believe, are the only ones that are have not had a game yet, because they're both 0-0.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
and then
Southern Illinois
dropped 3 to 18.
Yep, Sac State's 18. Northern Arizona's 19 after their loss. They they stayed the same.
6 Big Sky teams in the top 25.
Yep. And then you've got North Dakota with the loss becoming 20.
Yeah. They were ranked though before.
They were.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
We got Monmouth going up 1. Nichols was unranked.
Monmouth's defense is atrocious, is what I've heard.
They were they were down 31-7, and they came back and scored a lot of points to win that game. And Mercer lost to Presbyterian.
Mercer shouldn't be ranked.
Mercer lost 15-10.
They were going to lose to Davis too.
They went from 11 to 23.
Yeah, they should not be ranked. Surprise! The Thunderbirds are ranked now.
Yeah, I know. Southern Utah 1-0, and then Stephen F. Austin, they fell from 23 to 25.
Yeah.
So. Dropped out. Western Carolina dropped out. Stony Brook dropped out, and then Richmond dropped out because Richmond played Lehigh.
Southern Utah beat Idaho State. That's who that was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it was like a 20-point win. So.
Yeah, 39-24 was the final.
Yeah.
Out of here. Yeah.
So. But that's the kind of the rankings that we have now going into the game. Did Cal Poly win? I think they
did. So
wow.
So they beat San Diego. Both of us picked San Diego last week. And they beat him 41-17, Cal Poly. I was like, oh man, Cal Poly, my bad, man. Good for you. I was like, damn it, my bad. So
yeah, we both picked Cal Poly.
We both picked San Diego.
We did?
Yep. Man. I voted down. Yeah. Gosh. We both picked Idaho State too, and Southern Utah showed us up. So
wow.
Yeah. The only ones that we that you and I were different on, the one we were different on was the UIW and the Eastern Washington game, and I took Eastern, and they were was back and forth. UIW, they're also freaking, they're not what everybody in
frauds
Haley thinks they are, but they did beat Eastern. So
yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. So what's your you want to give predictions right now and then go into questions?
Sure. Or do you want to pick the Big Sky first?
Oh, let's pick the Big Sky first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
We're talking about it.
Let's see if I can post this up here.
Okay.
So people can see as well.
All right. Week 2. All right. So we got Adam and Luke. And I just write down our winners.
What's that?
I just write down whoever we pick as the winners. So last week you beat me 9 games to my 8. So you're leading right now by 1.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get this on here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Hopefully you can, because I can't. There we go. I can see it. If you go full screen on yours, Luke.
Yeah, I can see it. I was just looking for the games. I think you're missing one on there.
You're missing one.
It's okay. I can read it off right away. So there's a third. So Friday night, Eastern Washington plays Boise State.
Boise State.
Yeah, I'm taking Boise as well.
Yeah.
Boise State and Boise State. Okay, now let's just go down your list.
Okay.
No, that was the only thing I didn't see up there is that one. So
okay. So we've got Idaho State at New Mexico.
I'm taking New Mexico.
I'm taking New Mexico too. Isn't that where Eck went?
Yeah, it is.
They went and played at the Big House this last week. So
and got throttled.
Yep.
Which, I mean, that is Penn State's the number 2 team in the nation. So,
Well, no, Michigan. They went to the Michigan.
Sorry,
the Big House. Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Thomas at Idaho.
St. Thomas newly D2 up to FCS.
Oh, are they? Did they finally convert?
Yeah, they moved. So
nice.
I'm going to take Idaho.
I will take Idaho as well.
Yeah. We might be matching pretty well this week. Okay. Utah Tech, Northern Arizona.
I'm picking Northern Arizona.
Yep, I'm going NAU as well. I think NAU's actually, I mean, they played Arizona State, who's really good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. This one's kind of like
Sac State versus the Fighting Chotes. Yeah.
Who did Nevada play already?
Let me look here. They got throttled too.
Did they?
Here, let me go to Mountain West real quick.
It's in Reno.
Because they're still Mountain West, aren't they?
Yeah.
So week 1 in the Mountain West, Nevada played. Oh, not the Big Sky. I said the Mountain West. Jeez. Okay. Holy cow. All right. Yeah, New Mexico played Michigan. Only 34-17. Not as bad as I thought. Oh, Nevada's who played Penn State. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, Nevada played Penn State.
Nevada went to Penn State, and they got beat 46-11. That's what I was thinking. I knew there was a Mountain West school that played Penn State. So, yeah. I mean, that's like an FCS score there. So, I'm still taking Nevada.
I'm gonna go with Sac State.
All right.
I'm probably gonna hate myself for that one, but
I want Sac State to win that game actually, but I think after watching them against SDSU, I think Nevada will win.
So see, I think that Nevada's worse than SDSU though. So I'm thinking
I agree. I think it'll be a better game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cal Poly versus Utah, which Utah killed UCLA.
Yeah, Utah, right?
Utah. Ooh, North Dakota at Portland State at North Dakota. That's definitely Fighting Hawks there.
Yep, UND all the way on that one. Sorry, Barney. As much as I'd love to see Fighting Barney's win over there, I just
man, they've already had a schedule. Gosh, didn't they play? They played Incarnate Word, didn't they?
Yeah, they
already
did. No,
they played Tarleton State.
Yeah.
So
destroyed.
Yeah. Northern Colorado at Colorado State. That's Colorado State.
Yep, CSU. These early games, yeah, trying to be different, but the Jacks. Cats. Did you? Okay, now pause real quick.
Okay.
I saw on Twitter there was this kid who was like, "Hey,
oh yeah,
I'll walk a mile for every point they lose by, and they're not going to lose by that much or something like that."
In one day.
In one day,
the kid's
doing it. He's gonna do it. Like
that's
there's a
crazy
thing. I think Rainey posted it, or one of the either Sean Rainey did, or who's the other guy? Kevin? No,
Hansen.
Yeah, Kyle Hansen. One of the two reposted it. But the kid's like, "No, I'm not kidding. Like I'll do it." And so I think he's gonna break it up, but he's gonna walk the miles.
I thought he had to do it in one day, though, right?
That's what he said. But I mean, no one's going to hold him to what are they, like 40 some miles in a day. He's going to try. He's going to give it a shot. So that's a lot of walking. But I commend the kid for owning up to his bet. Like he threw it out there, and he's like, "I'm going to do it." So
reminds me of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going
running. But yeah, I think the Cat fans had a little. I mean, they were just a little, thought a little higher of themselves than they did, against Oregon. It's Oregon, man. I mean,
it's Oregon. It's not Washington. It's not Washington State. It's Oregon.
Yeah, it's Oregon. Yeah. I mean, Idaho did well against Wazoo. I mean, they should have won that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyways, I'm picking the Jacks. So,
I am going to go with the Jacks as well on this one.
The Jacks look good.
Yeah.
Watched them at Sac State. They're still. There's a reason why they jumped up to number 2. But either way, going to be
and
a
their defense is not as good as what we've seen, but they're still really good.
Yeah, they're still good, and this is going to be a good game. Like it's going to be a dang good game.
It is.
It's too bad they're on at the same damn time. Like
I know, 6 p.m.
So, yeah, as the Grizz game, because it was like a day game, I'd watch that game, but I'm not gonna.
No.
So, and then game of the week for us,
exactly right.
Central Washington versus the Grizz. We're both obviously probably gonna take the Grizz, right?
Yeah, that's definitely.
All right.
I'm gonna go with my score.
Yeah, I've told you I got mine written down, and I have verses already.
Okay, I don't have mine written down. Mine's all in my big noggin here. I'm going 42-7.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yes. Why? Is that the same thing you had?
That's just my score.
Oh no.
So just so it's fair.
No.
Like I can't see it because of my light. Yeah, my camera. Yeah, I wrote 42-7 down after watching the game today when I got done. All right, well that's fine. We both picked the Grizz. There's the CW 42-7. I went back and forth and stuff. And like I told you, I don't like my 7. Yeah. Because I'm like, I think we could shut these guys out if we wanted to. But in games like this, you get that weird late score that will happen at times. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be like almost a shutout. I think that could probably be either 7 or it could be 3. That's it.
So speaking of that, you want to hear what Versus said?
What?
So of course I like to do mine first and then see what Versus said.
Yeah.
Versus has the Grizz winning 40-8. Apparently they're gonna go for 8. Yeah. Huh. So it's right where we're at too. So that's
they're usually way off though.
Well,
sometimes
too far off.
Yeah, I know, right? Not in this one.
If they've updated it, the rankings, because they have their own rankings, in there.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they?
Just look. They hadn't updated it when I looked this morning. Let me see here. Rankings. Okay. They still haven't updated because they have everybody at 0-0 still.
Oh, okay.
So it has not updated as far as the rankings. But before they, so just listen to this. This is.
So we missed 2 games. Sorry. For the Big Sky.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, Weber State in Arizona.
Oh, I'm going to take Arizona.
Me too. And then UC Davis at Washington.
Washington.
I'm going to pick Washington on that one too. So
okay, there you go. I just saw the Boise one. I should have went off my app. I wasn't even paying attention. So just getting back to this FCS ranking by the Versus app. So this is before the season started, and it has the rankings. And so, the rankings that were already out there we know aren't good because there's certain teams that are showing up, certain teams that aren't. But here's what Versus said. Some I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Some I'm like, oof. Okay, I'm just going to go through the top 10. So 1, Bison. 2, the Jacks. 3, Montana State. 4, South Dakota. 5, UC Davis. 6, Montana. Yep. 7, Mercer. 8, Incarnate Word. 9, Villanova. And then 10, Idaho. And they have like teams that we know are much better. They have Tarleton State, but down at 13. North Dakota down at 18. Yeah. So, and they had NAU at 25. So, I mean, even that, that's why I'm waiting for it to update because it always takes stats and everything. And then, it does much better once the season goes and the more it goes.
It's got to have some data.
It's got some data because it's AI stuff. Yeah. So, so I'll be interested to see where that moves. But you can see what it was thinking just based off of, again, everyone's basing off what last year and stuff.
Yep.
Obviously they're new teams, but I'm hearing it like watched a lot of college football this weekend.
Exactly.
Every damn game you watch, it's this team has 70 new players. This team has 35 new players.
Yep.
It's just that's the new norm of college football. There's swinging gate of players going everywhere.
Well, especially this year too, because I think isn't this the last year where you have your portal, like the COVID year?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of getting this year. You're kind of getting rid of the COVID years, right?
I think
Or
there's
was that last year?
That was last year. There's still a few because there's still a few guys that have gotten granted extra years.
Yeah.
It's strange. Now, the new big thing that's going to start happening, though, I think is going to affect the FCS more, is last year we talked about this. These JUCO kids that come in and start fresh, that their 2 years didn't count.
Yep.
That's going to be massive for the FCS.
Well, and I haven't heard anything on like what they ruled on that.
I haven't either.
The ruling was that they're going to allow them to have those, but like I'm sure there's got to be some type of.
Was it for everybody, or was it for just the select few for that year? Yeah, there's more to come on that for sure. But
because if so, then like our recruiting, like it looked like they took advantage of that.
Yeah,
because right after that they were like, oh, we got this JUCO player and this JUCO player.
Oh yeah, they were definitely taking advantage of that. Going, we're gonna get extra 4 years out of these guys.
Yep. So interesting. Well, we do have some questions, guys. I think Luke does a whole lot better job of like capturing them on X, and I have them on eGriz for us too.
I screenshot them. So if you send questions, I screenshot them. That's the only way.
Let's do the one off of YouTube. Adam.
Yeah, let's do that first. Okay, I got that up here. Okay, so Adam, and I'm going to Fauhl, Fauhl, 8411. So he doesn't have X or Facebook anymore. So
can you tell people? Can you tell people about like what he's doing though? Like that? Do we tell people about that?
What
about how he has people coming up from Clemson?
Oh, yeah, you can talk about that. I didn't.
So sorry to interrupt you, man.
No, you're good.
But I guess he has family down in Clemson, and he's converted them into Griz fans.
Yeah.
And they're coming up. He's paid extra money for season tickets so that they can come to this game. I think they're going to the Brawl, right?
Yeah, they're going to the Brawl. Yep.
And so this is going to be their first Griz game. They're going to the Brawl. So definitely, if you see them, give them a shout out. And they're first time in Montana, and they're gonna have a Griz game. So
that's gonna be awesome. I hope. Yeah. I'm gonna be there for sure. So I'll message him to see if I can run into him and buy him a beer.
Exactly.
But so just so you all know too, we always mention, if you want to see our ugly mugs on YouTube, you can. Well, there's people that comment on that YouTube.
Exactly.
Channel. Adam's one of them. We have a few cat fans that like to jump on there and try to rile people up too. So if you ever are feeling like, hey, I want to have some fun messing with some cat fans, jump on there and have fun with that too.
Go have at it, because there's some great ones up there.
Yeah. So Adam, because he doesn't have like social media and stuff, he's like, hey, can I throw questions here? And we're all about that. So if you have anywhere you want to put questions, we are going to really try hard. Like one thing I told myself is when I see him, I'm just going to screenshot them. That way I've got it on my phone.
Yeah.
We won't forget them, because sometimes we do forget questions, and we don't mean to if we do.
We don't mean to. Yeah.
But please holler at us if we forget your question so that we will get it the next week. All right. So he's got 2 questions. First one is, he goes, what are your thoughts on Jared Ramos' progression and the other 2 nose tackle/guards? He says that position is practically the point man for the 3-3-5 defense, considering the style in which we play the base formation. Gubbs made the 3-3-5 work for us at its core design. Not that we didn't have many other great defensive players during this time, but he's right. Gubbs was like, man shot. Yep. He goes, finding another Gubbs might be quite difficult. How could we potentially compensate for that, if possible, within our base defense?
I don't think we're ever going to find a Gubbs. I just don't. I don't think we're going to find a guy like that. But I do think that Ramos, whatever you want to say, I think Jared's done a good job, and I think he's grown in that respect. I think he's going to be probably our starting guy.
Yep.
I think the guy that they came over from Utah State, I believe he's lost a lot of weight. He came in pretty heavy, but I think he's going to be a good backup. And then I don't know who would be, because I've heard that they switched Mason, the guy from Washington, to a defensive end position.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I've heard Peck is going to be good, that kid from Carroll, but he's not nose tackle. I mean, obviously he's over there. The other thing that we saw last year was, we keep saying that we're 3-3-5. There was times we saw ourselves running a 4-man front.
Yeah.
Whether that's, bringing down,
dropping a linebacker,
like that Solomon Tuliapapu. He's a big freaking dude that you could bring in, put him on the edge. And that's the one thing that you see in college, the NFL too, is they're bringing these guys like the Micah Parsons type. Yep. I would say Micah Parsons is a linebacker. They're calling him an edge rusher. So they're taking these guys and putting them on the edge in that, defensive end spot almost, but in a 2-point stance where they're just hauling and causing havoc in the backfield. And so we could see some of that too. And that was kind of O'Connell's position almost, It
was, yep.
We were running 3-3-5, but they had him doing this edge style position really is what they were doing.
And Riley did that as well a little bit too.
Yeah. So, but I mean, the hope is that, Ramos is the guy. I mean, everything we were hearing from camp is that he was, and unfortunately, the Central Washington isn't going to show us a lot.
No.
North Dakota will the next week.
Yes, but that will be the game.
Either way, you hope games like this build the confidence, build the camaraderie. The one thing we keep hearing about our defense this year, though, is that they're way ahead of last year, and they're physical and they're nasty,
and they fly to the ball.
So, so it'll be, it's going to be interesting with the whole, 3-3-5 and just seeing how we do that. But we're hearing a lot of good things, which is good.
Well, we have better talent on that side of the ball this year as well. So
and it sounds like the transfers, and that's what you worry about when these transfers come in, is how well they pick up the system, and it sounds like they have, and they're gelling well. So that's all really good signs. His second question was, which offseason move will make the biggest impact by the end of this season? I'm guessing he's talking about transfers.
It's for me, it's got to be. So does it have to be on the defensive side of the ball or the offensive?
It just says off-season moves. So I think anything.
Okay. So offense, you're gonna see Wortham. I think that's gonna be on the offensive side of the ball. They're gonna use him in so many different ways, and
he's our Swiss Army knife on offense, I think. So
and then I think you're gonna see Peyton Wing and Torbert on the linebacking crew. Those are gonna be your big ones on that side.
And I'm still going with that Tuiapupu. Like, I think he's going to be the
skull smasher, head smasher.
Yeah, he's just crush everybody out there. Like, yeah.
So hopefully that is, because then that means he can stay healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would be amazing.
It would be so nice to see, because that poor kid, the reason he's here is because he couldn't stay healthy at USC and stuff. And so if he could get a healthy season, and I mean, this is his chance to get pro looks and just, fly off the page and show everybody what he is. So,
so those were his questions on there.
That was it. You want me to jump to X?
Sure, you can go to X, or I got Egriz as well. So
okay. All right. So we got Bridger Lord. So this is awesome. So the hype video came out last week.
Yes.
Or this weekend. This weekend. And so it was interesting, because if you watched it on Twitter or other things first, it was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And so I posted it. I was like, check this out. And then I watched it, like, oh, wait, this is the right one. If you watched it on Instagram, they had it timed with Welcome to the Jungle.
Yes.
Which is obviously a song that we've been playing at Go Griz for a long time. And, if you're a kid of the 90s, you think of the movie The Program and, and that whole thing too. And it just times out perfectly. And so his question, he goes, how many brick walls did you guys run through after watching this? He says, me, no walls, but I did lift a semi-truck off of a bus, of puppies with relatively ease. I was like, you're damn right, man.
That's awesome.
I was fired up. Like, I heard this from upstairs. Dad, why do you keep listening to Welcome to the Jungle? Because I just kept watching the repeat downstairs. I was fired up. Like, oh, that song alone gets you fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they put it together. And the question I've got is that I'm not sure if I'm right, but when they show the players, you see different towns in the background. I'm like, is that the town they're from? Because like,
I believe it is, because if you look at Ovens, it's the rims. And I know that because I'm from that area. And so
there's like grain elevators in one. It looked like there was like even like Washington Coast in one, like, like the Olympic area. And it was freaking cool. Like,
it was
whoever
very
the graphic designers are and that marketing team, bravo. That was freaking awesome.
It was really cool. It was very, very cool. And then the Twitter one was fine and it was good. And then you just go to Instagram and you're just like, oh, this is way better.
Yeah,
this is way better.
The jungle to it. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was freaking well done. Like, and everybody was kind of waiting for it. It was like, because like I saw Bryn shared out one with Delta Dawn in it. It was like this, from Tanya Tucker, this like kind of short one. I'm like,
I think I texted you like, that can't be the hype video, right? Like, it was fine.
This was a taste. It was just a taste. But I was worried that the whole thing was going to be Delta Dawn. And then when I wake up and I open it up and it's Welcome to the Jungle, I was like, God, yeah. I was just getting fired up.
Lives down in his basement doing heavy bag on the wall.
Smashing people and throwing stuff down. I was fired up. Yeah, yeah. So that was awesome. Okay, Bridger's got another question. He says, after week 1, what home games would you most like to make it back for? North Dakota and Idaho were just cranked up to 11 after their performances this weekend.
I'd definitely say North Dakota is one I've been wanting to go to because I think I think I've been saying that's probably our first test.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one I would still say Idaho as well. Man,
I'm still trying to figure out how to come back to Idaho. I'd like to go to that game just because it's Little Brownstein, and I think it's ESPN too.
Yep.
And
it's a night game as well.
A night game as well, I think.
Yeah.
So that's and now after watching him too, Idaho's got a good team. I mean, their coach, they got a good team. Like Idaho's, they're better than I thought they were going to be. Like just after watching one game, I was like, damn it, didn't you falling off a little bit? Like son of a guys, like. They're right where they're getting. They were ranked properly, I think. Like I was like, okay, they're right where they. I was hoping that they had fallen off.
Well, and I was thinking like with a new coach that they would probably fall off, but it doesn't look like they are.
I thought the Cougs would beat the doors off them. They didn't. In fact, their coach, who's the former South Dakota State coach, looked confused, and some of the decisions he made in quarterback and stuff was just like, what are you doing?
Did you see some of the stuff after the game?
Yeah. In fact, there's some like possible penalties and stuff where
Tucker Large was like mouthing off, and weren't the coaches too? Like coaches were yelling at each other too.
It was all sorts of. I mean, maybe some people know this, but Pullman and Moscow are separated like 15 miles. I mean, it's just the border of Idaho and Washington that separate those two towns. They're right next to each other. So, yeah, I don't know. Those two. It's like we talked about this before. North Dakota, Idaho, the Cats, those are our 3 I think, toughest games. Yep. Sac State will be tough because it's on the road, just because it's in California.
And it's a night game.
And it's a night game. I mean, they could gel, but they're not the world beaters that everybody said they were going to be. And bravo to the South Dakota State Jackrabbit fans for giving up the welcome to JV football. Like,
yes.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
Well, and that's going to be their Super Bowl. They have to come off with a good front on that front if they want to save whatever they want. Because
they're going to give us their best game because of us coming.
They have to. They got what, $4 million in their roster.
Also on ESPN2 as well, so it's another nationally televised game. So.
There's somebody that said that they had like $4 million in their roster, and I'm like, wow, that's what $4 million gets you, huh?
That's what that buys you, huh?
Ouch.
So I love the question though, Bridger. Let me see here. Then we've got a lot of Bridger stuff. He's got another question. So he says, bold prediction: despite Gilman having a fantastic Peyton Award candidate level year, Finoti will have a higher yards per carry average than him this year. Thoughts?
So, say that again. So
Gilman had an awesome year last year.
Yep.
What he's saying is he thinks Finoti will have a higher yards per carry average than Gilman this year.
I agree with that. I think Gilman's going to get more carries, and I think Finoti's going to be he's going to be the pacer, right? The one where when he gets it, it's going to be long yards.
Okay.
So
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I think Gilman, we've seen him do that where he has those big long runs, and I think he's going to get a couple of those in the game, and that really bumps your average way up.
Yeah.
But it's going to be close. Like, I think, here's my thought. I think it is going to be a battle between those two in yards, and what a good battle to have. Like,
oh man,
them both pushing each other. I think they're both going to push each other all year, and it's going to be close. But in the end, I think Gilman's going to win out as far as the both number of yards and also the highest percentage. Now, the one thing I don't know is touchdowns. That's one thing I think Finoti could beat him, because he might be all of a sudden that we're close because he believe he's bigger. They put him in and punch it in.
Yeah. Or, and I think this is the question I brought up last year, is what type of percentage would you guys give it for 2,000 yard rushers, which would be awesome if that could happen. And that just alleviates the pressure off of Ayat too. So.
That would be wild. And we'll know more after like the first game. Like, there's so many unknowns right now that it's like, how are they going to play this guy? What are they going to do here?
Yeah.
But that's my two predictions, is that Gilman will lead in yards and yards per carry average, but maybe not touchdowns. I think Finoti was going to lead him in touchdowns.
I think Finoti will lead in yards, a carry. I think the opposite. I think Gilman still gets the touchdowns.
He might. Yeah. It's going to be close. Yeah. So it's a good thing to have. So
exactly right.
And then he's got another bold prediction. He said receiving court will be better than Bergen, White, and Fonts last year. Thoughts?
Who will be?
He says that our receiving core this year is going to be better than the receiving core last year.
Oh, absolutely.
I think so too.
Absolutely. Like 100. That's not even close. Like, and nothing to those guys. Those guys are awesome, but I think those guys were hurt. Like,
yeah, they were. I mean,
like Bergen was hurt all year.
Yeah.
So, and I think that these guys have him. Yeah. Fonts was, White was a little bit, and I think these guys are a little bit faster. Now they might not have the route running skills as of yet, but I think they're a whole lot quicker that can pop the top off.
I mean, what we're hearing, I think these boys may have the route running skills. Like they're,
and what we're hearing is
like the Wortham, who's kind of like the junior replacement. Not saying he's better than junior, but like it's just, I don't know. I agree with you. I think the core this year is actually going to be better than last year.
And you've got Bohannon as well.
Yeah, Bohannon. I keep forgetting.
I think that the problem is just finding a spot for these guys.
For everybody. Yeah.
Unless you're going to go five wide.
And then we got our running backs. You got to get them stuff too. You know, it's good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. All right. Another Bridger Lord question. Bridger, appreciate all the questions.
Bridger's awesome, man.
He said, could the University of Montana solve world hunger if the stadium opened up beer sales for game days in Washington Grizzly? They'd make a lot of money. I can guarantee you that. Man. Now, here's the kicker that most stadiums that do serve beer don't let you leave for halftime, though. They shut the gates. Yeah. Like, I know Northern Colorado, when we've been down there, sure enough, like, you can't leave. Like, if you leave, you leave. You're out. You're out of the stadium. I believe North Dakota State, that's the same way up there, that when you leave, you're out. That's it. So that would not be, that's why it's because people like to leave at halftime and do that whole thing. So
here's one that would probably piss off some of the corporate sponsors that they have, but it would help our NIL is the only beer that you can serve inside the stadium is the Help with Montana.
That would be cool. That's a good idea.
Wouldn't that be like, because then that goes to NIL.
Yeah. That's how they should. I love that idea.
Well, I think corporate sponsors would not like it, but it would definitely help the players.
Yeah. But you can still sell their beer out in little outside areas.
Exactly.
There. But the only beer that is sold in there is that, and then they don't sell outside in like the main tailgates, just like Coors and something. But
if they want to, you can come up with your own beer that they can.
Our facilities need an improvement. Like there's not enough bathrooms as it is. Like everybody's gonna be peeing so much more because of all the beer they're drinking. And
is that why they're not having beer sales? Is because of the overflow of pee?
There's too much pee that would be happening because of all the beer that would be drinking.
Oh,
Montana's light drinking beer. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
All right. So we had another question here. This is from R3AP third OG.
Okay.
There's a thing behind that. He told us last year, and I can't remember it. Anyways, he says it was boring without a team to yell for, and super hard to tell how good the teams will be the next 3 or 4. There were signs and sparks of some teams, but MSU had no chance to even show anything. The Dakotas look good, but who knows yet? I just hope we're all ready and all already gelled. Just hoping that we're gelled together. Not a big question, but just more like hard to tell still. And I agree.
Well,
it's you don't know a lot from week 1, especially because some of the teams in the Big Sky are playing, FCS opponents. Again, that's what we said beginning. Like the Cats, I watched a little bit of it. I checked in on it. That was about it, just to see how bad they were getting beat. But I wouldn't watch that film at all. It's like that's not going to tell us a thing. No. This week will tell us a lot.
Yes.
That's why I'm excited to see what happens, with the Jacks and the Kitties.
Well, and honestly, this week you saw a lot of bad football. Like the only probably team that did not have bad football was North Dakota State, and they played the Citadel, and they beat the
doors off of them. Yep.
But even South Dakota State, there were times where I'm like, man, they are not. So they had 5-6 sacks on their quarterback, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, that was one thing. I mean, they were able to get to their quarterback. Sac State was
exactly,
even though like their D line didn't look that. I mean, there was times they'd blow them off the ball. It was just again mistakes. Like everybody,
they had like 2 fumbles.
Yeah, well, in the red zone, they were right there to score.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That game could have been way more lopsided because of mistakes that South Dakota State made. So
it's kind of hard to take a grain of salt with all those games. Some of the games that you will see here in the next couple of weeks, I think you'll know a little bit more.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so now we have Zachary Lord. From Bridger to Zachary.
Okay.
So Zachary says, I'm hearing camp looks great, and the whole defense and O-line and the receivers, all positions, is flying around, better than last year. Please get into specifics on why the D and the O prospects are up. Also, Bridger Lord is a bum. So you're obviously related. So that's
awesome.
On Twitter afterwards, but I think it's just I think the team's gelling more, and like even though we're bringing in all these transfers and stuff, I think this year more than last year the transfers have bought into the program, and understood what they were getting into. It's that whole you're playing for the name on the front, not the name on the back. And it sounds like they're bought in, and I think that's going to help us a lot. And it helps, like, O-line. We got our center back. Like, that was huge to get next year.
Clemson. And I think you get to a point where we were coming off one of an historic run, and we didn't have a great year last year. And I think people are hungry. I think people are the players are wanting to, hey, prove that was just a fluke and we are back. So I think that there's a lot of players in the background that are pushing that narrative of saying, hey, this is how we do things here. It'll be interesting to see, because we can't have another year like we did last year, because you shouldn't. You have 8 home games.
Yeah, we have 8 home games. Yeah,
and the way that it works out, you would be under some pressure if you didn't win 9 games, or more.
I agree, and I think it helps us when we're not ranked number 1. Like it's for some reason it seems like we do better when we're not picked to win the Big Sky.
Yep.
We're not ranked high up there.
Yep. When
everybody's kind of like, oh yeah, the Grizz are going to be down this year. That's when like our team steps up, and like Bobby feeds off it, the team feeds off it. So like I think we're ranked right where we need to be. Like it's just fine, and put the chips out, and we'll see where they lay. So all right, I got one more question.
Yeah.
So this is from Montana at MT Grizz 69. I'll have questions about the Grizz game after the game, he says. With that said, what were thoughts of the neighbors? I keep hearing about Taco, rightfully so. He had a great game, but they're going to get that kid hurt. He says, in Oregon being my favorite FBS school, that was fun to watch. So I had a few other friends that are Oregon fans that were like, I'm loving this. They're also Griz fans. And they just were having the blast watching them beat the doors off them. So
it'll be interesting to see how they use Taco this year, just because I think without Malott, I think that you're Griz fans and neighbor fans, like I don't think we give him enough credit to what he really did for that team. And I think that you're going to, Tommy, and I think you're going to really miss that aspect of it. You might have a great year, but you're not going to be the dimensional that you were with him.
Yeah, I agree. And I didn't watch that game, so I don't know. Like, I can't answer how because again, I was like, it's so skewed. Now, I probably will go rewatch some of the Jackson Cat game. And I have got some buddies that are Jack fans that are going to Bozeman.
Oh, nice.
And I offered to give them some Griz gear if they wanted, just for fun. No, we don't want to get spit on. I was like, okay, probably a good idea. But I'll be interested to see what their thoughts are after the game.
Exactly.
Of that team. So I'll report back next week to see what they thought. I am interested to see what they think.
Is this their Gold Rush game?
I doubt it. Usually that's one of
Isn't that homecoming? Is that
homecoming or one of the games that's easy and they they think it's easy or whatever. So
yeah.
But that's all the questions I think that I had.
Okay. Griz provided some here for us.
I believe I think that was Shay, Montana Griz 69 out of Georgia, our friend down in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Rosberg.
SoCal Sir, can you comment on the Griz chances of deep throws over the top passes this season? Well, we've said in other podcasts that the wide receivers are a whole lot faster that are going to be able to beat the top off the defense.
I think you'll see it this weekend after watching how Colorado Mesa could do that against Central Washington. I think both Bridges and Brooks are going to be able to do that.
And Ayat has said that that's what he's been working on this summer as well, too. So I think that you're going to see that.
I like hearing that. I've been working on the deep ball. So there was people that were criticizing his deep ball last year. And
they were. Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was bad.
No, but he just didn't have enough on it or something. But I mean, the kid's gained muscle and he's put the work in. I think there's a lot of guys on our team that want to get back. I mean, everybody wants to get back to the national championship. But I think that they're really hungry, and a lot of guys are putting a lot of work in. When no one was watching this summer, and I think we're about to see that work come to fruition here next Saturday.
I think so too.
Poor Central Washington's gonna, that first game, like everybody's just dying to hit somebody else. You're tired of hitting your teammates, and so everybody's real fiery. And man, like
it's gonna be awesome.
I would be a little nervous. I was Central Washington, like, oh shit, like especially you come like. So I wore my blackout shirt tonight from last year because it's blackout this year.
Yep.
Like if we come out in the black unis or like if we come out in the throwbacks, like I don't know, like they haven't said anything, and Haslam even said like, oh, we're not doing any special unis. But every damn thing I see out there, like they've had special things in the stadium for the throwback unis for colors and from '95. I was talking to DJ tonight, and he's homecoming. He's going back for the 30-year celebration because he was on that '95 team and the whole reunion. And I mean, everything is leaning towards this. It's like, man,
isn't that for like the homecoming though? So wouldn't you think that the throwbacks would be like?
I think it will. I think we're just doing the black unis this weekend. I think that's what we'll do. But I'm telling you, I think there's going to be a game where we bust them out again.
Oh my gosh!
And I hope we wear them for GrizCat this year.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Awesome. So
that'd be awesome.
Anyway, I'm getting way off. Sorry.
PDX Grizzly. What do you think of the first? What do you think the first play will be? I'm shooting for a hard play action and hitting Wortham down the seam for an obscene amount of yards. I'm not betting any money on that one, though. Laugh out loud. First play. What do you think it's going to be?
Hand off to Gilman.
I was going to say the same thing.
You run and play to Gilman. That's
good. First play. Gilman run. Gilman run on the right side.
I say out the left. Okay. For left side's better. Gilman to the left side. Yep. That's where it's going to be. So.
All right.
But I do agree. Like, there's going to be like if we get a second and short, like early,
oh yeah,
watch them to hit
deep.
it deep. Because like I said, those corners suck, and like
yeah,
we have Wortham, we have Brooks, we have Bridges. Like watch out for the deep ball. Like that's going to be a thing. So, but I do think when you say first play, it's going to be handled.
It's going to be Gilman.
Gilman's our guy. You're going to feed him the rock first, and Bobby loves running the ball. So
Griz and Minnesota. Size-wise, how does CWU O-line compare to Big Sky Conference O-lines? Size-wise, how does the Griz O-line compare to CW D-line? Does Mike Fairder have them running the wide-open, fast-paced stit offense? And I think you comment on that it's not fast-paced. They use the clock.
Yeah, they're using the clock and stuff, and it was interesting because like the commentators were like, "Oh, we might see this fast-paced stuff," and it wasn't that fast-paced. Like it is a lot of RPO, fly sweep though. I did recognize old Stitz fly sweep, and a lot of run pass option is what they're doing. So I didn't know this question existed. I'm looking up the roster again.
Yeah, we got that.
Here's O lineman. 6'4", 305, 6'2", 265, 6'3", 300, 6'5", 290, 6'3", 250. Or no, sorry, 6'4", 270. D lineman 6'3", 250, 6 foot 247, 6'4", 250. What the hell was that one kid's number? Their best player though is that I think is number 48.
6'5", 250. Tyler King.
Tyler King.
Yeah.
He was the one who I kept going. That's a good. That kid's good. Again, when it was a passing down, long, third and long, they all look good. Otherwise, they were all getting pushed around.
They've got a 6 foot 290 Matuluna Masunu.
They got some size, but I'm telling you,
got some size on the defensive side. So it looks like they have size on the defensive side, and they're a little bit smaller on the offensive side.
They've got a few big guys, but they're not huge,
Yeah.
Like we are big this year. Like, across the board, we got some big dudes. Like,
well over 300 pounds.
Yeah. So, I think as far as the thickness game, we're winning. We're more thick. So,
I'm gonna leave it there. Beware the D. Hey, thanks for parental feedback. I'm currently working on a garage setup to watch Griz games. Hopefully, it's up and running soon. Plus, the beer fridge is in the garage, so it's more ideal spot. So that's great.
That's the main spot. Yeah, the beer fridge too.
Yeah,
see, mine's downstairs with the big TV. That's
there you go.
The beer fridge and the big TV and a space to holler at that no one else can hear you.
So
your neighbors don't think you're killing somebody.
That's always good.
I'm just watching the Griz.
I believe it was back in 2008 when the Griz hosted Central Washington and barely beat them. I believe it was 2008 or 2009. Yeah,
it was 2008 because we went to the national championship that year too.
Yep. It was one of those wins that probably took years off my life. Although an ugly win against a D2 team at home might be discouraging, we still made it to the Natty that year. Yep. We also did the same thing against Ferris in 23, which leads me to my question. How much do you read into ugly wins? After being a fan for so long, I say my overused phrase, win the damn football game. Additionally, from a coach's perspective, how do you read into ugly wins?
So, okay, Ferris State, that was a damn football team.
Yeah, that was not a D2 team.
and Bobby talked about that Central Washington 2008 team. Their quarterback went on to CFL and won a Grey Cup and a bunch of stuff. They also had multiple NFL players on that team that made it to the NFL, like a tight end, linebacker. So, that was, again, a different level of D2 school.
Yeah.
It's similar to, us going and beating Washington, or the Bison doing. I mean, it's the same type of thing. Like sometimes.
Well, I think D2 has changed because of the portal, right?
Oh yeah.
So you were gonna have back in the day, you were gonna have guys like that made that. I don't think you're gonna have that now. That the
there's a few because
in
fact during the game they talked about a couple even D2 Central Washington. They had one transfer from Wazoo, another kid from New Mexico, I think. Yeah. So there's a few out there, but I'm like, okay, if you're going FBS down to there, why are you going down to D2? Why not to FCS? Like that seems like the more natural progression down.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
So
it's a good question though. I wouldn't worry about this. Like a win's a win, and sometimes it wakes your team up too. Like sometimes a dirty win, you go, okay, we know we need to change here now. And for instance, too, that NAU loss, we didn't lose a game after that. So
yeah, and all I care about is if we get the win and we come out healthy.
Yes,
like that's the only thing we want is win and healthy. That's all. MT Griz rule. Same question as I asked GFP. Other than no injuries, what do you want the Griz to accomplish in game 1? I want to see the first and second teams have this game locked up early and get a quarter for the depth guys. Meaningful snaps for Flowers, not just handing the ball off. I would say run through some of the plays that you're going to have UND prepare for to get ready for that game. I would say get a good steady rotation of your running backs, get Ayat comfortable, and just let the defense fly and just stay healthy and win. That's all.
Healthy is a big thing. I want to see like crispness. What I mean by that is like not making a bunch of mistakes. Like, did the training camp pay off? Are they, just not making dumb mental errors? Like that's what I'm hopeful for in this first game, because that's not what we want. And then 2, same with the defense. We hear they're flying around. No dumb mistakes like, getting targeting or something and you're out for the North Dakota game. Like we can't handle it. So fly around, take heads off. I'd love to see the defense shut them out, like make a statement. Everybody's saying that our defense is a big question mark. A lot of because we have had so much change. When I say everybody, I'm talking like the Sam Herders, the Craig Haleys of the world. Those people out there are thinking like, hey, what do the Griz have?
But at the same time, like they're not there. They're not going to.
We shut them out. I want the defense to show Griz Nation like, hey, I want people to leave the game going, holy shit, I'm excited about our defense. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. And then offense, people leave the game going, Ayat's the guy. Because I ran into some Griz fans that still don't think that from last year and stuff. And so I want people to leave and go, that's our guy. And our defense, oh my God, I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year.
But I don't think they're going to say that, though.
Why?
Because this is devil's advocate, okay? So say he throws for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns, right? That's great. I would be, that's awesome, right? And we'd be like, yes, he's the guy. They're gonna say, well, it was against Central Washington.
That's okay. It's still leading up to that, like
exactly. And that's what I'm saying too. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, they're
not gonna say that.
They're still gonna say that, but I'm just saying I want to see the progression from last year to this year and go, oh. There's just to see that difference, like, oh boy, he's definitely made strides.
Like, I think for them to be able to shut up about that, I think that he's going to have to prove it on a UND.
Oh yeah, so absolutely, he's going to have. There's some people out there. There's still people going to be haters and stuff, but I think that for the most part, your standard Griz fan that maybe felt like he was or was kind of on the fence with both of them last year, just to see that the progression and see him progressing in his position and getting better. I think that's going to be just a weight off everybody's shoulders, and 2, if they see him, be the guy, like not us switching people in and out. So.
Well, and I think that you're gonna, I think you too as well, Luke. We think that he's gonna show some things this game this week that people are gonna be like, oh wow, he's really gotten better. Wow, he really has these skills, and people are gonna feel better about the situation.
I'm really excited to see Gilman because, we know he was on the fence. Like there was definitely offers that were made and he stayed. And
I don't think he ever was going to go anywhere though.
I don't think so either. Like I mentioned last year, I talked to his mom at the SDSU game. I didn't feel like he was leaving.
No.
But we know that there's anytime you get, I don't care who you are, you get a job offer, you get anything, people throw stuff at you and it's like, oh, it makes you think. And this is where I'm sticking. But I just I really want him to have that year where it's like, oh my God, he's the man. And so it all starts this Saturday, and I hope he has an awesome game. So
staying healthy. Everyone's staying healthy.
Everybody stay healthy. Please stay healthy.
Yeah. That's the end of the questions that I have.
Oh, okay. So, cool.
So we are good, man. Guys, like we said, we love hearing from you guys. So definitely get a hold of us either on Instagram at Fight On Montana. We had a couple of people. Oh, do we have that one? Did he ask a question on Instagram that I showed?
Oh, shoot. Oh, hang on. I think he did.
Didn't he ask one?
One sec here. I'm jumping to Instagram. I forgot. I'm glad you're mine. I was going to look that up. And then I jumped back here. So shout out anyways, Cody Wellman.
Yeah.
Thank you. Last week I was talking about how I'm going to be down fishing in Southern Washington on the Grand Ron with my dad. And we're like, hey, we got to go see if we can find up to Lewiston, Idaho to see if we can find like a place to watch the Grizz game. Well, our listeners freaking helped us out here. So Cody messaged Adam, and then I hooked up with him, started talking about this place called Roosters in Clarkson, Washington, which is basically, so Clarkson and Lewiston are split by the river on the border there.
Okay.
Anyways, this place, Roosters, hosts Grizz cat parties and shows Grizz games and stuff.
That's awesome.
So yeah, they're going to be open. And so I let my dad know. Well, and he saw that they close at 9 p.m. and that game starts, and that's Pacific time, and the game starts at like 7:30. He's like, oh, they're going to close when the game's over. Well, so he called them, and they're like, yeah, don't worry, we're not going to close. Like, we will stay open. So he feels awesome. Good. So super appreciate that. Yeah.
So that's awesome. So yeah, like sorry, I wanted to get that out there. We like to hear from you guys, and so get us on Instagram, get us on Facebook, get us on YouTube. You can see our awesome mugs on there at the FCS Fans Nation network on YouTube. You can get us there, but we want to hear from you guys. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. That gets the podcast out there. But also, guys, the best thing you can do is just tell your friend. Tell your Grizz fans about us and the podcast. We want to make sure that we get out there to everybody because we love talking Grizz sports. We're so thankful for you guys listening. I can't believe that all of you that listen to us.
So speaking of that, the one thing Cody mentioned, like we were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And so he's a Boise State fan also because he lives out in that area. And he says, he kind of follows the Broncos, but he says they have nowhere near the podcasts that the Grizz have. Like
that's
with
crazy.
Us, GFP, you got the Sideline Lackeys, and then you have Riley who does his, and Ace Sourwine does one. I mean, like there's so much content. And when he said that, I was like, shoot, that's Boise State. Like they're the top of the Mountain West.
Yeah.
And they have like
soon to be Pac-12.
Yeah. So yeah, I love it that we do have so many people who are so passionate about it. It's awesome. There's so many fans that are passionate about it too. And yeah, we can't wait for the game. And remember, it's a blackout. If you haven't got your shirts, go down to Shields, the bookstore, get your shirts. I know you can, like, even if you're out of town, like I looked, and you can buy them for $20 on Shields, like online, and get yourself one. Nice. So even if you're not going to the game, you want one of those cool shirts, you can get one. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's going to be here before we know it. It's just not soon enough.
At least it's a short week this week. Like,
it is a short week.
Most of us had today off for Labor Day.
Yep.
4 days of work, and then, it is the night game, so I got to find something to do on Saturday.
Go work out before.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I go hit the gym so I can get the freaking stress out. Wish I was in Missoula.
Oh, I know, right? Going to the game.
Yeah. I just got to get my pilot's license.
There you go.
Way to do that.
Fly over here, pick me up, and we can go.
Yeah, there you go.
Anybody want to, put that up for us? We'd be greatly appreciative. All right, guys. Well, until next week, go Griz, and yeah.
Heck yeah, go Griz.